Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the Redhawks. Head coach Chuck Martin from Miami Football joins us as the Redhawks get ready to open up the season September 3rd against the Kentucky Wildcats down in Lexington. We've given you the position-by-position breakdown, but Coach, known for one of the most stable staffs in the country going into this year, but with everything, change is always constant. And you have several new faces on your coaching staff. I want you to talk a little bit about those new guys coming in.
Yeah, been here 8 years, and we had incredible continuity. We still have some guys that have been here 8 years, but we had most of our staff here the first 7 years, and then whatever last off season we made some moves, and then some other guys moved on, and then we lost some off the field guys too. It seemed like January, February into March, about everybody that walked in my office was leaving.
Heading somewhere else, right?
So, and a lot of them got good opportunities, and we're excited for them. So, but we do have some new faces, and at times, you love the stability. We still, Coach Kaler's been here for 8 years. He's our offensive coordinator. Coach Breeken, our defense coordinator, has been here for 8 years. Pat Welsh has been here for 8 years. Lamar Conrad's going on his 5th year. So we still have had great continuity, particularly in the main guys that have run the deal. But the new coaches have added some different perspective, different energy, different personalities, and a lot of times that's what, especially when you've been a place a while,
right?
And it's just sometimes the same old. Yes, and you need somebody to interject a different opinion. You need somebody to interject a different voice or a different attitude or a different energy level, different personality, and it was really good off season. Being on the same page is key. We'll get on the same page. But on the defensive side of the ball, we hired Joe Bowen back to coach our linebackers. Joe was a student assistant here before he even got here. He started off in the equipment room here with Daryl. Then he was student assistant. Then I hired him as a GA. Then he had some unbelievable experience in Michigan State, Florida State, and South Carolina. We are very fortunate, excited to have him back. He's a double graduate from Miami. He's an undergrad and master's from Miami. And he's brought great things to the linebackers room already. And he's a talented young coach that's only going to get better and better. We also brought in Ron Burton as the defensive line coach. We just kind of timing was good there. Coach Burton and me go way back. He actually lived with me in 2002. We won a national championship together at Grand Valley State. He was a D-line coach, and I was the secondary coach at Grand Valley State at the time. And he actually lived with me and my wife, and Max was a young kid back. He was I think he was 2 years old at the time. So, and then Coach Burton been in Michigan State for the last about 10 years, and he's one of the top D-line coaches in the country, and we were fortunate enough, the timing just worked out, that we snagged him, and he's already made an impact, and particularly with our young D-line, it's really good to have that experience and that voice in that room, and the kids are really growing. Special teams, Coach Bernowski has taken over our ST. We got him from Tennessee. And he's been great so far. He's got a ton of energy. He's got a really good knowledge, and probably his biggest strength is fantastic communicator. Really does a good job communicating. Has fit in very well on our staff and has brought the energy that you expect out of a special teams coach. But has some great knowledge, and I think he'll take. Our special teams have been really good. And I think he can continue to take them to the next level. Offensively. We hired Miles White as our new receivers coach. Miles is a Detroit native, played at Michigan State, played at La Tech, played in the NFL. Again, has brought in some really good intensity, some really good energy. We have a young group that needs to figure out if they want to do this or if they just want to keep plodding through life, and I think he's the right guy to push and challenge them to figure out how badly they really want this. So we're excited about adding Miles and his experience. And then back on the defense side of the ball, Robert Blanton. Robert played for me at Notre Dame. I coached him his junior and senior year, played corner for me at Notre Dame, went on, played six plus years in the NFL, and then we hired him to work with our corners. And again, excited about what he's bringing to the table with that room, his intensity, his competitiveness. The bar that he sets for himself on a daily basis to perform at a certain level is in a young corners room has been really good so far. So even though they're new faces, they're really not new faces to me.
Right.
Coach Bernowski is the only guy I didn't know of the group. And some, Joe Bowen worked for me, RJ played for me, Ron Burton lived with me, so there's some really familiarity. So we're really excited. We had a great spring. It was a lot of fun. And again, just gets everybody, even me, you got new faces in meetings. Everybody's trying to prove themselves, and even as a head coach, you want your new coaches to think that, hey, this guy's a great head coach, or this guy. So we're all, it makes us all a little sharper and better. So we're excited with who we've added. We're going to have to continue to work hard to be on the same page because things are new, but it should be a great group, and they're excited to be at Miami.
Coach, thank you so much for the previews. Can't wait for the season to start.
Thanks.